boy Boozy, season 2, episode 12. Oi, we're back. Just a couple of comfy boys.
You woke up with a mad zoomies or something.
I'm tired, man.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Let's do it. Oh, wait, that's funny.
Guys, welcome in. Like Josh said, this is the season 2 of I Booze You, of the Comfy Boys.
Stream.
Episode number 12. I snooze you. Look, we're all in the snooze.
Yeah, look at us, man. We're ready for bed, bro. We're not ready for no nose beers. No nose beers?
Ready for head. Guys, little disclaimer, this podcast is solely for entertainment purposes. We do not advocate the overconsumption or abuse of alcohol, and we certainly do not promote binge drinking. All guests have the responsibility and choice as to which they whether to consume alcohol or not, and it is their responsibility solely, not ours. So guys, what we saying? EUIC week. Whee!
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Yeah.
Don't sound too excited.
Honestly, I'm not. I'm excited to see everyone, but I just don't care. I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
just don't care.
Obviously, like I said, I'm excited to see everyone. That's always good. But I've already got the spectator pass. I'm not competing this time. I'm over that shit. And even then, I think I'm only going to be at the Excel Centre. Well, sorry, I'll use my pass once, and that'll be it.
And then
use it Friday.
Pokémon Center as well.
Sunday, yeah.
Nice.
But obviously, you don't need your pass for that.
No,
but
public access.
Yeah. Obviously, Thomas is competing. Thomas, you done any team building yet?
I locked my team in last night, so I wouldn't forget.
See, look, this is a man who knows what he's doing. He knows he's gonna be battered Thursday. He knows he's gonna be hungover Friday morning.
I'm seeing things in the socials as people describing the social. Well, I'm seeing things on the social platforms that people describing what the socials are like, and they're saying Thursday's gonna be a quiet one. I'm like, speak for yourself, pussy holes, and I booze you headquarters can confirm it will not be a quiet one, and it will be very messy, right? There will be darts on, Dublin, buzzing, mate.
True. Yeah, Dublin, man, that'd be good. Old Eva's gonna be fucking on the old sniff. She's gonna be fucking.
Mate, if in some fucking parallel universe there is a fucking iteration or version of my missus that gets on the bags, I look.
Get her over, bro.
I look.
You
want to meet it. One sec. Let me get the sling ring. And fucking mate, would have been cold if she weren't working. I just pulled her out and she's just there, like all fucking coked up. And it's like,
mate, that was funny, man.
I love you so much, babe. I know you won't watch this back, so I'm safe. But just for the viewers at home, and my own peace of mind. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're covering all these bases, holy man. But check your mirrors in different universes. That's crazy work, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Tom, man, what's the team building looking like?
Yeah, it's the same as Brum, innit? So if you see me, if you catch me on
the exact same.
Yeah, man. If you catch me on the Brum stream back in January, yeah, it's the same source. Only it's probably expired, the source. We need to check the dates and the mirrors. We need to check it, and the hard drive. Date, mirrors, hard drive. We need to check all of them. Yeah.
We'll
see how it goes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fucking boring. I was expecting you to be like, yeah, man, I've cook something up, man. It's gonna be fucking banging with.
I ain't, man.
Something new.
9 times out of 10, me and Eva put stuff in a Tupperware to reheat the next day. Meal prepping in. That's what we're doing with these teams, man. Put them in the
meal prepping your teams is crazy work, man.
Put them in the fridge for another day, man. Yeah, I got bodies in there.
Yeah,
crazy, man. But yeah, no. Regardless, the team should work. Say, if it's always a driver, not a car problem. If we can, if little man can do it in a Honda, and then we have a Ferrari and can't do it, then it's fine. It's fine.
I was chilling with Adam last night. Avrim is over from the land down under.
Yeah.
Dude, and mate, he was just banging on about teams. He showed me these teams, right? And he's going, like, I'm not sure about this, right? But he was proper, he was very excited about it, so I couldn't get a word in. And he's going, I like this. And he looks at me and he goes, so, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm like, I ain't got
there,
a clue.
like fucking what's his name in Family Guy, like no, the monkey and the symbols. Like he's just there.
Yeah,
Like...
mate, legit. I look at him and I'm like, Adam, you know, I don't care about Great League, right? Like at all. Like I'm masterly through. What the fuck you should pick up?
Just last year's hat. I'm just looking at it. I don't know if it. I don't know how I feel about the merch, but we can get onto that in a bit. But yeah, no, I ain't got a fucking clue with teams in a lot of Discord servers and Facebook chats and WhatsApp chats. So many people just don't know. It ain't the sauce.
Yeah, but
no, but it's like dead sauce. It's like
no, I'm just telling you that it is, all right.
What's a dead sauce? What's like an actual dead sauce? Like
ketchup.
No, but
I said what I said.
Ketchup has it. No, but everything in the meta probably would be ketchup because it's basic and it doesn't mean it's good. Nah, something worse than ketchup. It's like, I don't know. I like daddy's sauce.
Mate, yeah, you do. Yeah, I love it when you call me that.
I hate it.
Love when you call me that.
HP sauce.
yeah. But no, mate. Honestly, I'm telling you, like, after like listening to Adam for like 10 minutes and not really picking up a lot, I literally said to him, I was like, oh, like those teams are kind of weak to Wiggly, right? And he's like, yeah, like you have to play like ABA to it. And I was like,
well, no dumb cunt's gonna run it.
Apart from you now.
No, I ain't running it.
No, I want you to change your team.
No, why are you pointing at me like fucking, we need you?
Bring Wiggly. Yeah, we do.
No Wiggly.
Bring Wiggly.
No Wiggly.
For the culture, man. Come on.
What culture is what culture is it? If you can explain what culture bringing Wiggly tough represents.
Listen. Listen, all right, hear me out.
What Kendrick did was for the culture. Well, how is me bringing Wiggly for the culture?
All right? Listen, right? No, for you specifically, right? Because out of you, me, and Joe, I actually have the best record at play Pokemon, all right? And I'm telling you that Wiggly
man, you went 3-2 once. I've gone 3-2 many times.
I didn't go 3-2. I went like fucking like 4-2.
Yeah, but you had like 6 buys. So anyway, okay.
Mate, Wiggly is the sauce. I'm just telling you, mate. I don't make the rules. That's what it is. Or Morpeko is quite good.
That I could get behind, but I don't know. It just seems a little.
Yeah, I'll give you something you could get behind you, little fucking. But yeah, so obviously, you know, good luck to everyone competing this weekend.
Respect,
you know, I hope you do well. Yeah, I knew that was happening. Because for all we know, this could be the last time we see Pokemon Go. This season, because it's all over Twitter, man, all over Reddit, man.
Oh, like, yes,
it's going crazy, man, going crazy. So supposedly Niantic are nearing a deal to sell their entire like games like side of things, which would include Pokemon Go. And hey, mate, I was rage baiting on Twitter, man. I was rage baiting hard, man. All these people, all these years. Niantic, sell your game, you suck. Niantic actually selling their game to a company that are like significantly worse than them and are known for like cashing on microtransactions, and everyone's like,
Who are they planning on selling it to? Like, what's
you know, the people who make they make Monopoly Go.
Oh God!
Fuck, what company is it? I know they're a Saudi company.
There'll be a lot of sponsored streams. I know a lot of people do sponsored streams for Monopoly Go. Oh God!
Yeah. But so supposedly that's happening. Which is, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I would love to kind of be a fly on the wall for one of those like shareholder meetings.
Yeah.
Where John Hankey is basically willing to run the rest of his company into the ground to keep any kind of glimpse of his like AR project like going. Is like really interesting to me. It's like just as a thought process. Like I don't know how they would think that, but I don't remember the exact thing. Let me pull up the.
Well, it's primarily data that Niantic have always been about anyway. Data, games
nearly $3.5 billion.
Fuck hell, that's a lot.
Money. All right, let me just. Niantic Inc. company behind 2016 hit Pokemon Go in talks to sell. Fuck's sake, man! This fucking website's dog shit.
We're on Reddit.
No, it's an actual article.
Ah.
In talks, so it's video game business. Saudi Arabia owned Scopely Inc. Gone to several people who are familiar with the discussions. Mate, I need to open this website properly because it's got bare pop-ups and that. The deal could be announced in the coming weeks. Price being discussed is about 3.5 billion. According to one of the people, any agreement would involve the Pokemon title as well, and as well as other mobile games. According to people who are asked to not be identified because the discussions are private. It's not locked in, nothing set in stone yet.
No.
But yeah, fucking interesting.
What are the pop-ups?
No, you dickhead. No, yeah. So I'm actually not sure like how that will go down.
I'm not even thinking about it.
Do I think it will be game ending? Personally, yeah.
Yeah, has potential to be.
They like. So I went onto the App Store and just typed in their name. That was like this morning. I just typed in like their name as a developer, and basically like their entirety, like their entire catalog is just games that are like microtransactions, literally.
Yeah.
Which yeah,
like what? Mad. I know you mentioned Monopoly Go, but are there any other ones?
Monopoly Go, Stumble Guys, Scrabble Go, Looney Tunes, World of Mayhem, Star Trek Fleet Command, Marvel Strike Force, Yahtzee, WWE Champions. Yeah, there's a lot. And then they've got like a bingo. They've got bingo games, casino games. Yeah, just a lot of games that.
Got any games on your phone? They got games.
So we might actually see Pokemon become pay to win sooner than we think. Could be kind of crazy to be honest. I mean, like I say, like it's just such an odd idea of like a thought process to have. Yeah. Where you're basically like Pokemon Go is like the ultimate cash cow, right? Like honestly, like the amount of people complain relentlessly about this game, and will still spend money on it is crazy, right?
In game and on the IRL like implications of it,
it's crazy. So the idea of them selling up is kind of crazy. I would also just like to say a big fuck you to anyone that I've argued with on Twitter about this in the past, who have said, no, I'm standing my ground, right? Because we've had this chat before, right? Because we understand, right? Right, and people are like, oh, but Niantic are fucking loaded. They've got so much fucking money. Right? And then I talk about profit margins being like slashed and like losing, blah, blah, whatever. People are like, no, but, you know, they're like multi-million-pound company. Yeah, listen, this fucking proves it, right? This proves it, right? Because you only think about selling, right? A, if the money is right, or B, if quotas are not being met. Right, and you need to cut your losses. Right, it's one of those two fucking things.
By look of it, it's clear that they're just trying to, several ties, cut your losses. Like, numbers we know ain't the same for a fact when they produce their.
It's not the same, and it's and it takes because of being an American-owned company, their financial reports are visible to the public. Yeah, right. It's not like hidden information. It is legally required to be visible. You've only got to go and look at the data. The data shows that the numbers ain't the same as they used to. Obviously, for I guess what's the word I'm looking for? For a multitude of reasons, they're not the same as they used to. We understand that. A couple of like bad decisions, kind of bad road mapping in the game itself, in terms of taking and steering the game where it needs to be. Just kind of overloading with features that people just didn't ask for. Yeah. All those kind of things can all kind of, they can all contribute, but, if we're going to be completely honest, we know the real reason for the big decline in the game, was when they nerfed the remote raids. Yeah. Down. I think that, I think it was a nail in the coffin personally. But obviously, it's taken, how long has it been? A year and a half, 2 years now?
About 2 years, probably, I want to say.
2 years since that change happened. And, obviously that is now proven to have been the wrong choice, for them as a business. But yeah, so we'll see what happens.
I guess that's why
supposedly
they're trying to compensate for it by, when you look at the in-game store, they're just dumping loads of premium tickets. Every obviously community day there's a ticket. Comday Classic, there's every event pretty much there is a premium timed research or premium ticket that just will be there to obviously enhance your gameplay, no doubt. But that's their way of trying to get people back on this whole, like we said, microtransactions thing.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so we'll have to. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I am kind of like hopeful that things will maybe change the way that they need to be. I think for me personally, if they're willing to invest that kind of money, I think you kind of have to understand that they need to recoup that, and they're going to want to recoup that faster rather than steadier. But you kind of want to see the balance, right? It's like the best way to describe it, right? Is it's like if you go out for a meal, right, and your meal is like, I don't know, and you buy a steak that is 50 quid, right? Yeah. You expect quality for your 50 quid, right? If it's quality, then you don't mind paying for it, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of translates into this, right? You don't mind spending the money if the content you're getting is good, right?
Yeah, if the rewards are worth it, right, then you'll spend.
Yeah, which is like, let's use the premium ticket from this event as kind of an example. For £5 Great British pounds, you get a pose, a Butterfree and a Beautifly encounter, a star piece, and that's it. For £5, right? That's not quality content, right? For £5, that is not quality content at all, right? That is, to me, that is free content. That's stuff you put out free alongside, right?
I'm pretty sure you get like a fucking handful of XP or something that you could literally get in seconds.
Yeah, but it's nothing. Yeah, it's fucking nothing, right? But I would love to see if this new company come in and if they are interested in really like pushing and developing the game's legacy, because legacy is the word I would use. It's nearly 10 years old now.
Yeah.
For any kind of mobile game to have that kind of life in it, and with the opportunity to actually, expand rather than decrease, I think is a really fucking rare opportunity to have.
Yeah.
You're also blessed that, hey, guess what? You're buying this game that is, hey, you've also got the trademarks for like one of the biggest video game companies in the world. Like that's a lot of power to control. And if done right, if done right, you're gonna reap the rewards.
Could be onto a winner, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, massively. I think it's just a case of, I mean, for me, the way that I'm looking in at it is you need to do the same but different, right?
Yeah.
Like for the most part, everything needs to stay the same, but needs a little.
Don't scrap the blueprint completely. Just look at the blueprint and just be like, right, take some bits that you feel like you can utilize and perhaps improve on, and then also just try and implement like brand new quality of life updates and features and stuff. Definitely. That it's just like what? How did Niantic never do this? Oh, Niantic, we've been crying out for this for ages, and now it's all it takes is another. It's like when you're in a relationship and you're like you can't see past you can't see past everything that's going on, and then if it's like if things are going south for a bit, they're not going as well and tensions are high, and then it takes one of your boys or family member or something close friend just to be like, this ain't good, but you don't see it because you're in that bubble. Maybe the point I'm trying to make is maybe life would be better with another developer. Maybe it'll be worse. Maybe the grass isn't always greener. It's always it's always what's the word I'm looking for? It could be a double-edged sword. Yeah.
The grass isn't always greener on the other side. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we'll have to see what happens. we'll have to see. No, this is not pre-recorded. Sorry, I really just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Just like fuck with the Matrix a little bit. I just thought that'd be fucking cool to do. But yeah, so we'll have to see. I definitely remain. I do remain hopeful of positive changes. I would like. I could go on for hours for the changes that need to start from like the bottom upwards.
Oh, I bet you could. Yeah.
Me personally. But I guess for me, if I had to highlight just like a handful of things that I really hope will change. One, I hope we get a complete revamp of the community managers, people who actually care about the game, are actually invested in the game and want to see it improve. Because for me, they do let down the community big time.
You're on about what's his name? There was someone called Tyler ages ago. Who is it now? Is it Kestrel?
It's Kestrel and Leo.
Yeah.
And Leo, yeah. As much as Leo is great, love him, great guy. And Kestrel's nice as well, but I still think they're cut out for the job personally.
Yeah.
I think the job they have is too office orientated as opposed to outside orientated, which is what it should be in my opinion.
Doing the footwork. At least you see like Michael from Niantic, like at least you see it at some events.
Yeah, but I think he needs to go as well. I think he's part of the problem. He has outright said that he's part of the reason why Raids got nerfed straight up. For someone who plays PvP. And
he plays Master League. I've played him in Master League before. This guy and his Dialga. Yeah, I've played him before.
Yeah, but for someone to play it and hey, the PvP is fucking awful. Continues to get worse and worse every season.
Yeah.
But hey, someone who is like on your leading team who plays this is clearly not passing on the feedback or being transparent with the community.
He had that whole thing where he had that interview. Was it with Zoe 2 Dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd done that like interview, that sort of reveal and semi Q&A, i.e. there were pre-planned questions that Zoe obviously had got from people to ask Michael and stuff. And then at the time it was all like, you know what, this is great because like obviously they got rid of they were doing the Dev Diaries thing for a little bit and then they got rid of that. So then they were like, okay, at least, he admits things are bad and he admits, he takes responsibility as a leading person in this game and also a player himself. He understands that, this stuff needs to change. It's not unreasonable yet. It's been how long since that interview? And it's still just... it's still just gone off in the same way, if not worse.
Yeah, it's just worse. It's worse than it's. It gets worse and worse every time.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird to be honest. But yeah, so for me, that kind of like community level managers needs a complete fucking revamp.
Yeah.
For people who who actually care about the game.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, you need to utilize your the community ambassador program. I think is fantastic.
You need people that play this game. More. You need people that come from their background is this game, not like just sort of video games or mobile games in general.
Yeah,
like you need people that understand the nuances of the game.
So that for me is the biggest thing. Obviously, as we just glaze over, my second big thing, PvP needs a complete fucking overhaul. I think they need to change even the core mechanics of it. Need changing. It's fucking boring. It's dull. It is not interactive. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't fucking work. It needs a complete change. I understand they tried to do something different with like live action battling.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it doesn't work. And the bugs we see every season kind of prove that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And if it's not worked, how many seasons are we in now?
Whatever.
20 something?
I want to say 20 or just over if we include like interludes and
20 seasons in. Like 20 seasons in and there are still issues from seasons before. Kind of like proves a point, right? That it's never going to work.
It's just it's neglect. They just neglect the issues, say they're fixed, and then they fix one thing. It's like a fucking what's what I'm thinking of? Like when you you know, you fucking tidy up one thing and that's all fine. It's like
Yeah.
fucking like it's like what's it called? You chop it off like it's a Medusa snakes, man. You chop it off one
Yeah.
snake, and then like a million other snakes come
3
out
more
as
goes
well.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
crazy.
so for me, I would love to see PvP get a complete revamp.
Yeah,
And I'd love just like the entire like premium gameplay to have a complete revamp as well. For me personally, I still think even with Niantic at the spearhead of things, I think this would work. Just bring out a premium pass, right? So for like a month, right? So for example, right at the start of every month, right, they tweet out the graphics for the events for the upcoming months, right? Yeah. And so then within that, right, you get premium passes, right? So from there, guess what? For the month, you can buy like a monthly like premium subscription, and with that, you get all the passes free. But it's going to be at a discounted price because you're buying up front. You get some kind of like extra fucking research. I do think that is a fucking great idea. Why they've not done it is beyond me, especially with the amount of tickets they do now.
Yeah.
Like purely for example, like if it was 20 quid a month and you got every piece of research that like premium research that comes out, right? You're talking big savers, and I would rather buy the £20 research than buy the
maybe not for this. Maybe not for this month because obviously we're more than halfway through it and whatnot. But maybe but maybe for next month. What my point was, maybe for next month, like if you was to say like £20 a month, and then actually count how many in-game tickets there are in the course of Saturday the 1st of March until the end of March. Work it out. How much is it to pay as a pay-as-you-go like we normally would, and then compare it to like you said, like a package at the start. Because Pocket do a package, but theirs is like a fortnightly £8.
Yeah. So I would love to see that happen as well. And but before we kind of drone on about this a little bit too much, the last thing that I really don't think has been utilized as much as it should is they need to use their brand's power more. They need to use their brand's power and reputation more for in-person events.
Yeah.
For me, it always amazes me when I go to an in-person event and I see how many people traveled from around the world. Right? Why Niantic not working closer with like local like travel like
and communities and stuff,
like travel teams and like governments to to offer like discounts for like hotels in the city, or like travel within the city, sponsor links.
We've been on that before, like similar, when people have had, let's say, complications in terms of travel because they've qualified for an event, and then it's like, obviously we know that TPCI and Niantic or anyone like that can't fucking overrule like state law and government law. Like you can't just be
of course,
and stuff like that. So, but like you said, like at least trying to have the conversations to incentivize more. Cause that's what it's about. It's about getting people outside, incentivizing them to go to these events so they're not priced out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've not worded it properly. So I guess what am I trying to say here? So okay, so we use Milan, right? We use Milan Survive Zone as an example, right? So you buy your ticket from there, and from there, right, you then get an email. Oh, here's offers for our sponsors. Maybe it's like a discount on a hotel franchise in Milan over that weekend, for example, right? Or if you buy your Metro card and use this, you get like a day's like free travel, because Niantic have that kind of power, right? Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to money, right?
Yeah, of course.
It comes down to money, right? And if you have accurate data, and we know Niantic love their data, right? Approach.
They love your data.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
But it holds power. It holds power. Is right, and because I understand how the process of this shit works, it's not like they just throw a dart on a fucking world map and go, right, we're hosting it there. It's not how it works. They have to go through like the travel board and like speak to the local councils and agencies.
Just playing our roles.
Right? And then from there they then need to discuss with them, right? You use your brand's power to incentivize people to go, because like
Yeah.
it's fucking obvious. Like Milan, for example, right? For me, like, if I had to rate on like a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of tourism, as in like how many people do I know that actively go, oh yeah, outside of this event, we're going on a holiday to Milan. Genuinely, maybe like a 2 or a 3.
It's limited,
Like
yeah,
like
for sure.
you know what I mean? Like incentivize people to go. Like use your brand's power to kind of give back to the community. I think something like that is like really like unused, and
Yeah.
it's kind of surprising. I think they did it maybe once for an American Go Fest, and then they just didn't do it again.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. But yeah, for me, those are just a handful of the changes that I would like to see personally. Yeah. So sorry, I went on a kind of a
No, you're good. You're good.
bit of a rant there. But like for me, like that kind of stuff is interesting. I like the kind of business side of things, and
Yeah.
kind of trying to understand why things are the way they are within like the business world.
It's always good to put yourself, like you said, it would be nice to be a fly on the wall in some of these conversations in the boardroom.
Yeah, it would. I think it would be super interesting.
Yeah.
To do.
It's good to put yourself in the other person's shoes, like in all aspects anyway, not just like we're players and we obviously there are decisions made that impact us, right, from the business, but sometimes you have to put yourself, yourself being a businessman, like, when people come in, it's like, a decision that's been made by you or by someone above you that you sort of have to pass down and implement and be consistent across the board. These impact your clientele, your customers, clients, whatever you want to call them, your patrons, and they always misinterpret it, think like, oh, you've done this, like, personally. It's like, why would you why would we put up the price of beer? First of all, us two, right? Anything, we try for it to be brought down. But secondly, from a business point of view, right? Why would I put up the price of beer somewhere where I enjoy drinking as well? People act like we have a secret staff menu, which would be quite cool to be fair. Like if we had a secret staff menu or price list where, we order off this, so our drinks are the original prices they were when I started in 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only your prices that are going up. I had it the other day with someone when they banged on about, I think we mentioned it either last week or in a previous episode of the cast, where we said about the price of beer going down by a penny, and then people always bring it up. People always bringing it up, being like, it should be going down. It's going up. It's like, you have to understand, like, people and companies and business want to stay competitive. It's the same with same reason house prices go up. Their argument is we want to stay competitive with other similar properties or houses within the area. Their prices are going up, so we're trying to match that on a sort of same linear trend. I.e., we're not going up like extortionate amounts. Like even with the price of rent and stuff over the course of like 4 years, it should go up really by like 8 to 10%. But nowadays, it's every new tenancy, it goes up by 8%. So some of them take the piss with it, but it makes sense at the end of the day because in turn they do, increase national living wage and stuff. That might not affect you, and that is unfortunate, but there's nothing that they can do about it. If you want to earn more money, you know what you have to do. Like, handing your notice, sending your CV around a few places, probably sling your CV around first of all, handing your notice, because you can't throw out dirty water till you've got clean lined up. So yeah, man, it's just one of them. Sometimes you just have to think about the bigger picture rather than just like, oh, they're doing this to fuck over a player base, or they're doing this because they're not listening to feedback from the player base and the community. It's it's always multifaceted, and like you said, there's always a multitude of reasons why it happens, and it's nice to just take yourself out of this box and put yourself in there, just to
be interesting, to
learn why these things happen.
So it'll be interesting. We'll probably get news on if the company is being sold in the next few weeks. We'll see what happens. I guess that's kind of like like the big news, so to speak. There was something else I wanted to talk about this week, and I don't remember what it was now because I was on a proper little tangent. I was on a little tear.
Yeah, you were calling out the Twitter babies, cry babies, saying "fuck you, man" for fucking arguing me on Twitter.
No, fuck for them, man. But oh mate, I must admit, it was funny that like I couldn't help myself.
You
but,
literally
like,
said you rage bait.
like,
You were rage baiting so
I
many
was rage
people,
baiting.
and then you're
Yeah, I was
surprised
rage
why
baiting,
people are getting onto you. You're a little rat,
Yeah.
really. When you think about it.
No, man,
I actually need
funny,
I
innit?
actually need a drink, so you can keep ranting about the Twitter babies. I'm getting a bev. I need to wake up.
Oh. Mate, look at the state of us. Look at us. Look. We are two grown men, by the way. Look in studies. Look at us. Look at the fucking state of us, right? Like, holy, like, it's really funny when you think that, like, 24 hours from now we'll be like balls deep in a beer, with everyone. It'd be good to see everyone this weekend. If you're watching this back on Spotify, Apple Music, obviously the weekend will have gone. Yeah, for anyone who's living under a rock within the community, it's the European International Championships this weekend in London. Yeah, me and Thomas are very excited. A lot of people coming down, making the travel. More like 6 hours. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, should be a good weekend to see everyone. Yeah, I'll kind of be happy to see the back of it, to be honest.
See the back of you.
Definitely looking forward to Milan next month.
Shit.
I'm just excited to not be cold, man. Like, just take me somewhere warmer. Like, this weather is fucking bullshit, bruv. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, we're not.
I ain't cut out for
We're not
this.
talking about the fucking weather. I meant to do like some plug-in.
Yeah, no, I did. Sorry, man. I already done that. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm on wireless headset now, so I can take you to the kitchen.
Yeah, oh, see you. Yeah, you're a businessman.
I can take you to the kitchen. When I go to the toilet, you can go there as well. But yeah, EUIC this week. But also, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it Unova Tour in LA this week as well?
Yeah, and I'm in Taipei, which is kind of weird because I think I've only tweeted about the LA one, not the one in Taipei,
because Taipei just don't exist apparently.
Yeah, like literally, they've not posted a single thing about it. Kind of fucking weird.
That's very weird.
No, it is fucking weird. I don't understand why they've done that. Like, I don't know, unless there's like another like social that they're using for it. But even then, why would you not use your main one with like the more like followers on to gauge interaction? But yeah, it's fucking strange. Oh, mate, speaking of Niantic socials, man, this is funny. They made this whole big shebang about hang on, what are you drinking?
It's like Decaipa cherry brandy liquor and lemonade. It just looks fancy.
Are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm only covering Dave for an hour at work, and I need something to perk me up a bit. And then I got.
Wait, are you drinking?
No,
you're drinking hot. You're drinking like top shelf.
Nah, this ain't top shelf. This is like when you go to Tesco. It's like
it's liquor. It's top shelf.
No, but it's like on the same levels like Chambord and stuff. You wouldn't get licked off Chambord. No, it's all right, man.
That sounds like a challenge. We should try that. Nah, Chambord.
Chambord. You only have Chambord around Christmas because it's not a nice big glittery ball, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'll give you a nice big. Mate, we're so sad. It's so bad.
Guys, while we move on from what was just said, just letting you know that this live stream, we do have the chat open.6however, we do have the blurb notifications nerfed for obvious reasons.
Hold that, you big fucking bald twat.
Usually I would say we have Joe here in the chat kind of entertaining you,
man. Mama.
But say if you're coming to EUIC over the weekend, what days is Joe actually coming? We've gone on a tangent. We're breaking the matrix, but
oh mate, I don't know. I don't know. We
need to do a meet and greet with Joe.
A meet and G. Meet and G with Joe. You're talking about.
Right.
I think Joe said he'll make an appearance Friday night potentially, but he's not got a spectator ticket. He's not really coming down for it.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're going to Valencia next week. I'll have Valencia.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be good, man. Should be
good.
good. Can't wait to see you there, Thomas.
I don't know why I'm saying yes. I like fucking going, innit? I'm fucking busy, man. But no, that'll be good. I'm sure you lot will enjoy it. You always, like you said, enjoy getting out of this country and enjoying nice weather.
Yeah, man. Dude, it's just gonna be nice to get the fuck out of this cold weather, man. Like, this shit is wrong, man. So we sat with Adam last night. This poor Donny, right? He's come all the way from Perth. Bear in mind, it's 38 degrees in Perth, right? Jesus. Like, it's fucking hot, right? And so he was talking to us last night, and he was basically saying, like, I was excited to come here to be like a little bit like cooler, like as opposed to like 40 degrees. He was like, but this shit is crazy.
Bro's like
right?
bro's like an Eskimo. He's just there. Like,
yeah, right. So literally, like he was sat there in my pub. I mean, I was pissing myself, dude. Like, and we were rinsing for this. Sat there and just whipped out the scarf, put his scarf on, like in the pub, and we were like, "The fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I'm fucking freezing. Like, I'm so cold." And mate, and we just kept rinsing for this fucking scarf, man. Like,
that's joke.
In fact, do you know what, man? I need to check because because mate, this went on for a good like hour and a half. We were just like rinsing for this scarf. We told him he needs to use Avatar a scarf.
Your pub ain't that cold, like.
No, it wasn't cold. It wasn't cold. Right, and then he puts his gloves on, like in the pub, and we were like, "Are you all right?" And he was like, "Mate, I'm fucking freezing." And he put the gloves on. Was like, "Right, now I can go and have a piss." Like, it was so funny.
Wait, what?
He
went for a piss with his gloves on.
Yeah, he said it was too cold to have a piss without him. Yeah, long day.
Man's got
Mate,
pissy.
my house
man's
so
got
nice.
pissy mittens.
He didn't piss on his gloves, bruv. Are you
alright?
But
like he took his gloves on to get his wood out, innit? I don't know. These Aussies could be some weird shit, gloving everything. Listen, I feel like a wish queso with a schnud on and mix it. But that's crazy.
Wait, did you say you look like queso?
A wish queso, innit?
Mate, that's class. Like someone screenshot, I like Photoshop his face on. Mike, where are you? Mike, we need you. Put out the mic signal. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He only had one glove because he lost the other glove somehow on the fucking
man's
metro.
the fucking Australian Michael Jackson cuz.
Yeah.
We're on one glove.
Yeah, man. Poor Donny was he was so cold. He was so cold. He was just sat scrimming with Dodie, man. He was like a Labrador dude. He was just happy to be scrimming. It was quite funny though. Like he was like, "Oh,
were you scrimming?"
No, we were playing darts, man.
Nice.
No.
Pepper in the board.
Yeah, man, warming up, man. You know what it is. We were looking at buying more darts. Fuck's sake.
You lot on your fucking mate. You're literally the definition of when they say boys and their toys, man. You lot on your fucking darts.
No, mate, because we're all still new to playing the darts, right? So we're trying to find the darts that like suit us.
Well, surely you take the time out to get used to the set you have before adjusting.
I've done, mate. We've played a lot of fucking darts, by the way. Like we have played a lot. Like like an unhealthy amount.
What do you mean unhealthy? Nah, man, darts is good for you. It's a sport. It's a proper sport, man.
Yeah, mate. Mate, but my wrist is like killing, and not even from like
that ain't from the darts, mate. That's from choking the chicken.
Yeah, mate, this is the fucking problem that I'm getting at. It's from the darts. It's like for all the wrong reasons.
So you're saying that you've been playing so much darts that now you can't. Your hands tight. Okay, I'll be there. Give me spread them. I'll be there in half an hour. Could give you a hand, but
no. Hey, Elian, man, I was checking out last night, bro. I was on smoke last night. Oh, mate, now, Doty's brought up in chat, man. So Cody came down for raid day, yeah, and
what the hoop unbound? Yeah, we never actually spoke about that.
Yeah, right. And so what's funny is he didn't come to Woolwich for the grind. He specifically came to Woolwich because we said we were going to play darts after, and he was like, right, I'm coming to Woolwich for it, right? Dude gets to mine, right? We all get our darts out. He fucking whips out these darts, right? And I'm not like over exaggerating. They're like this big in total, like start to finish. They're like this fucking big.
What about his darts?
Right? Yeah, right, right. They're fucking tiny. Yeah, literally, right. Literally, they are fucking tiny, right? They weigh 6 grams, right? There's like nothing of them. It's like throwing a crisp, right? But fucking hell were they fun. Mate, and Mike again, man. Mike was like a fucking Labrador.
That's like playing with a fucking. Remember as a kid playing with a fucking air floater? It's pings everywhere.
Mate, it was literally like a penny floater. Right, Mike, you're gonna have to take over because I need to take a shit.
That's nice.
Mid-cast no, but like, you know, when needs must and whatever. Carry us to the promised land. You got this.
I'm just pouring up.
Oh.
We're just making another beverage. You forgot where his loo was, chat. Look at him, look. He is mudded, but I mean, I can't really continue his story because I wasn't there. But yeah, in general, EUIC will be a good weekend. Well, I say weekend. It's Thursday when the first social starts, when the check-in for player registration starts. And then realistically, if you're staying for the Sunday social, you know, you're probably going to stay there either, you know, until late, you know, depending on if you got flights. But if you live in the UK, there's no excuse why you're not there on a Monday. So, yeah, man, EUIC will be good. I don't know if Josh mentioned. I don't even know if I mentioned on the cast. Oh, yeah, I probably have. The missus is coming as well. So anyone that's be there better fucking behave, right? I'll behave if you lot behave, right? But the moment other people start misbehaving, you know what I mean? It's a long day for me. So, yeah. Praise for me. But I will be there on Thursday. I'll be doing the player. I'll be going to the XL first to register, get my badge, get the badge in. You know the score. Yeah, get all my stuff, and then I'm staying in Plumstead, so I'm staying near Woolwich. So I was close to the, you know, the pub basically, close to the social venue. You know, the Promised Land, the Alien Castle, the Mecca. So yeah, we'll be down. By the time we get from XL to Plumstead, then yeah, man, it'll probably be about. I'm hoping it'll be before 7 because I want to get to the pub at 7. Ideally, I'd want to get there sooner, but you know that's me. And you know when you've got the ball and chain with you, the better half. You know what I mean, the negotiation could take a bit longer in terms of explaining why we need to get to the pub earlier. But I do need to plan out. I need to pack as well. You know, I need to sort I've entered a team, but like I said earlier in the episode, it's literally just an old team. Just so I've got a placeholder in there. If I make changes, then we make changes. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I see too many excuses. People being like, oh, why they can't come. At least for one, even if you're not competing, man, just for one day, innit? One day, you need to at least come down and experience the London's finest socials and experience the Elephant and Castle pub in Woolwich, not in Elephant and Castle. I can see why that will be confusing. Because you type in Elephant and Castle, you know, and then it sends you fucking Quay side of London. Like, you don't know where the fuck you're going. But, yeah, man. It's going to be good. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. Less so for the tournament, more so for the... Man, I'm more excited for how just to have a beer tower in fucking Brewdog and Canary Wharf. That'll be a good laugh. That will be a very good laugh. But yeah, guys, while Josh is away, just want to take the time out to, I don't know how much he properly plugged, but I just want to take the time out to say I appreciate all of you guys. From me personally, for the support on my own individual stuff on my channel, but also on this this journey that me and Josh do together. In terms of the podcast, we both agreed that if we lived like a lot closer, then we'd probably be raging alcoholics rather than just functional ones. And that was shown when I came down and did the Gigantamax Kingler Max Battle Day. Like, I was locked in. I'm going to say it now. And some of you lot in chat will be able to vouch for me. And maybe some of you lot watching back will just be nodding at home like, yeah, he's right. But you lot can vouch, yeah? It was 11 o'clock. I tried to leave and I was locked in. Call me Akon because I was locked up. They don't get me out. Like, I weren't able to leave. So, yeah, man. I blame the bad influences in London for the reason why I missed my National Express home. It was the last one as well, so I had to stay. But, yeah, big up you, man. Big up Woolwich as well, man. I don't even say that just as an Arsenal fan, but just big up Woolwich in general. Like, what a great area with some great characters, both Pokemon Go related and... just locals, innit? Just locals. Fucking funny, man. Fucking funny. Mate, this guy's shitting for England. Can we how long's it been, chat? Has anyone got like a stopwatch out to see how long man's been on the toilet? But crazy. I'm seeing all your messages in chat. Yes, we are drinking. I got a tickle in the back of my throat. Yes, we are drinking. That's the MO of the pod, innit? That was always the strapline that I came up with. You know, a brand new Pokemon Go podcast with a boozy twist. Hence the boozy twist. Chat, we also have Kahlua here as well. I don't know why I keep saying chat. Josh will kill me because obviously we post these episodes on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music and whatnot. So, yeah, I keep breaking the matrix and breaking the fourth wall by saying chat. But I'm just so excited to see everyone. It's going to be so fun. But, yeah, we'll most likely, like I said before, probably get to the pub. It depends on how long the check-in takes at the XL because we're doing it on the Thursday. So, yeah, 7 is the plan. If it ends up being 7:30, I ain't going to be overly upset. But, we'll be there, innit? Just know we'll be there regardless. You know, doing the famous Mr. Av meet and greets. I need to get a poster out again. Should we do it, chap? Should we make another poster like we did last year of a famous Mr. Av meet and greet? But then he'll get quacked to make some fucking AI thing or some like fucking montage or like compilation thing like, for a meet and greet for me, the little pussy. Oh, he's coming back now.
Having a little chinwag with himself.
Now,
what a boy he is.
Well, that's what podcast is really. If you're a podcast on your own, you're talking to yourself. If you have a partner, you're just talking to the other man. But no, I was just saying, very excited to see people. I was just giving a big shout out to Woolwich, not just the Pokemon Go community, but also like the local community. You know, the pissheads, the characters you see out on the square. You know, I was bigging up them. I forgot to do it, but glad big up Sam's Chicken as well.
Did you just shout out Sam's Chicken?
Sponsor us!
Wait, please fucking sponsor us, man. We beg you, bro. I'm telling you, man, we will shield the fuck out of that product. Yeah, I must admit, while I was having a shit, I did think of the other topic I wanted to speak about, if it's time to move on from shouting out corporation.
Bro had a shit, then had a fucking light bulb moment.
Yeah, no, I did. Do we want to move on to that?
Yeah, of course.
You no, mate. Shouting out.
I'm trying to think.
Shout out the Devil's Box. Shout out the spicy chicken.
Is there any other? You know what? Big up Lidl, just for the sake of it. All right, we can move on now.
Mate, you're a dick. All right. So yeah, there's also some more Pokemon Go drama that has occurred yesterday.
Oh.
And people are very on the fence about this. It's quite interesting. So they announced the casters for EUIC.
Yes, they did.
And yeah, there is a certain individual that people are not happy has made the roster.
Let's reword this. We've seen the caster lineup, right? There's 5. Right, and usually the way they do it, format. This is just for new viewers or for people that don't understand how these regionals or ICs work, right? So we'll go there and then we'll run it back. So they usually have 5. One of them acts like a host. So in previous years, it's been Zoe 2 Dots. Last year it was Swagrom. This year it is also Swagrom because he does the hosting. And to be fair, he done quite well last year. You know, his English isn't as good as the others because he lives outside of Europe, but it worked. It did work, and they have it's what is it? It's Koning Lionheart. They have Zionic. Who's that? Amanda and Speediest Chief. So that's my bit. We'll take it back to Mr. I put it the wrong way because it's that way. We'll take it back to Mr. Avalanche. What are your thoughts before we break down individuals and who should and shouldn't be there? What are your thoughts on the lineup overall across the board?
It's just bang average, isn't it? It is bang average. I don't know if I want to say what I want to say because I actually think it will get us cancelled.
Well, this is why I tried to rein you in because I'm like, this guy's just gonna full on cook someone unprovoked.
It's
Just say it, man. Just to let you guys know, we have the disclaimer at the start that this podcast is solely for entertainment purposes, but also this podcast is where we. Whether you like it or not, these opinions are our own. And if you want to challenge them, you can challenge them. We probably just won't reply to you in the chat. But these are our opinions. And if you like them, great. If you don't, fine by us. But yeah, continue.
Yeah. I don't know. It just kind of feels like they're trying to tick some boxes, right? Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You see that a lot with selection for stuff. Criteria needs to be met.
Yeah, they're just kind of ticking boxes a little bit. I mean, so you've got Amanda and Speediest, kind of staples in the community. Okay, fair enough.
Speedy been around for years, man.
Yeah, but it's EUIC.
You feel like it should be predominantly
Europeans.
Yeah, because it's an international. You feel like it should be at least 4 Europeans, or maybe 5, including the host.
Not even that. I don't know, man. It to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. don't get me wrong. Swedish cheese is fucking
You can
amazing,
say what you
right?
want to
I'm
say.
not,
Most people are just saying it on Twitter anyway. This is just
yeah,
your safe space. Our safe space.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take away from any of them as casters. Just, do I think it's the right decision to kind of make the biggest, European tournament? Well, no, not even European tournament. Like, isn't this like the biggest
outright? Yeah,
Pokemon?
outright. This is the
Ever,
biggest
right?
Pokemon
And
Go regional,
yeah,
international tournament to date. Yeah, correct.
And we're not putting the spotlight on the European commentators to
Okay, so
headline it.
I digress. So instead of we're gonna be friendly, we're gonna be nice. Put a few more beers in me. It's a different question. But who would you have liked to have seen on the roster that didn't get announced on the roster, rather than who you don't think should be on the roster? Word it that way. Who would you have liked to seen on the roster that isn't on the roster? We'll go there. That's the angle we're taking.
So obviously for me, I am biased.
Very biased.
But yeah, no, I am biased. But I think this opinion doesn't come from a biased place. But my boy Adelian, man, Adelian should have been on there.
Big up
I think.
Big up Adelian.
No, he deserves to be on it. He deserves to be on it. I think within the Play Pokemon community. Within the Play Pokemon community and the Pokemon Go community, I think I think he's just he is the candidate for me that should have been on there. Bear in mind, these people are aware of his brand, London's finest,
and it's
the European International Championships
is in London.
In London,
yeah, you think because they like to do that. Not only because it's an IC, it might be different, but for the French regional, they like to have. I know that they like to have Count Xavius because he's from Belgium. So it's they like to, give opportunities to the quote unquote local talent. Pause. Yeah. But it would make sense, yeah.
Yeah, and for me, that guy deserves a spot. It just fucking makes sense. For me personally, it would just make sense for him to be on there. And fuck it, right? Really, right? If we're doing this, so we're doing it. Zionic does not deserve to be on that fucking roster.
No,
does not make Pokemon content anymore.
That's an opinion of yours that you're not the only one that holds that opinion.
Yeah, and he shouldn't. And I'm not saying he's not a nice guy. I've met him a few times. He's a nice guy, but you've just got to kind of look at it for what it is. It's an easy fucking payday, right? These people are getting paid a lot of money, and you're asking someone who isn't involved in the scene, doesn't play the game anymore, to represent you at the biggest tournament in game, kind of just feels like you're taking a bit of an easy fucking payday.
Yeah, there are a few reasons.
Basically, the elephant in the room, right?
There are a few reasons why people would think he'd be good on the roster, and then vice versa as well. But for some people, it might be okay. We're not bothered that. He doesn't play the game much. We're bothered that he's been around for ages as a staple name. That might be some people's argument why he should be on there. And then other people's, like you said, he hasn't played the game for very long. Is he still up to date with the ins and outs of the game? Like you've just alluded to, he doesn't make content anymore, which isn't a bad thing, but, doesn't make content. How much does he actually play the game? It's like what we said about the community managers.
What I mean,
it's important to have someone that's up to date with the nuances of the game. And I think this is all entertainment, by the way. This podcast, the shoutcasting in general, because they could have that shit with no shoutcasters, right? And it wouldn't be as entertaining. So first of all, I want to say, shoutcasters, whoever they end up picking and whoever they've gone with this time around for EUIC, they're going to
good luck to them.
Good luck.
No, good luck to them.
They're going to do a great job, I'm sure. They've obviously, TPC, they've shown confidence in these people. They've trusted them with a big role, but at the end of the day, we need to kind of. You can't win today's. I'll say this so much. You can't win today's race with yesterday's awards. You can't do it.
And sorry, I know we tried to not interact with chat because of listening back.
No, it's good, man. It's good.
But Tom in chat has said it quite well. Zionic has had a good run. He has, and he was very influential in the scene. But that time's gone, and there are other casters who are more deserving and more hungry to drive the play Pokemon circuit forward.
I'm gonna slap it from a different angle as well. You have to think a lot of these who we deem as good casters, I imagine a lot of them would have wanted to compete as well. So whether it was because they were short on options, but at the end of the day, no, but I'm just, you know what, I'm just throwing the ball somewhere else. Like we want to explore all angles, like we said. We want to put ourselves in the other person's shoes and see what their thought process was.
You know, it's just I don't know, man. Just it seems kind of odd. I mean, isn't Swagron like LATAM based?
LATAM, yeah. So in the past,
like,
they have a LATAM. They have a LATAM dedicated stream for a lot of them because of the language barrier and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
you know,
whereas Americans can generally understand the European broadcast.
Yeah, but you know, and like I'm saying, I'm not trying to take away from any of the casters. You know, like good luck to them. You know, I hope they have a great weekend. You know, and do the best they can do.
Yeah.
Just kind of, and the thing is it's obviously a problem because like it was all over Twitter, like and Reddit as well.
Yeah, people did have something to say for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's I don't know, it's just not what the people kind of were hoping for, I guess. You know that and there are people who are deserving. You know, like I said, I may be a little bit biased, but for me, Big Man Adelian deserved to spawn on that roster.
Adelian's the one where it's like, there are a few names that come to mind. Some of them are even being mentioned in the Twitch live chat as we speak. But, there are a few names that come to mind. And obviously, like I said, some of them may have been offered the role or the position and have opted out and chose to compete instead. So it's like, you never know, like, who was the first choice, who sort of was the backup pick. It would be nice. It's always nice to be a fly on the wall in general, but it would be nice to know how the process worked. But obviously, that's probably something that they can't share.
So one of the only things I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe is correct, is people do have to apply for it.
Yeah, of course.
You have to apply for it, and then you're selected.
And you show like videos and like sort of showcase yourself on like a sort of digital CV, yourself presenting, or yourself like maybe something like a podcast. Yeah, no, maybe look what I abuse you, road to EUIC. Maybe me and Josh will be casted next year.
But then, for me also, like, I do feel like a lot of people forget this, but like the actual point of these streams that they do are not for players like us.
No,
they're not,
right? They're for the sort of new players, the non-players as well.
Yeah, right. The entire point of these streams are to bring new people into the game scene.
Of course.
Period. Yeah. Right. That is the point of these, because these streams do not make Pokemon money. Right. Because obviously there's no fucking donation shit like that.
Yeah.
They are to bring players in, which is why all the commentators have to simplify things.
Yep. Of course.
As a point and case to which is why they call them protect shields, right? For example, right? It's supposed to entice people to come in and pick up the game. It's not for players like us who have played the game, and actively involved
and understand
in PvP
and understand things more than the average player.
Yeah, it's not for us, and for me, it's just, I don't know. Kind of odd that for a European regional, like the biggest one, I don't know, man. A bit of like home.
The thing is, Zionix casted
soil
before. He casted EUIC last year, didn't he? And he's casted Liverpool in previous as well. But it's like, if he was at least casting or even like judging and stuff or involved in the play Pokemon circuit, you'd understand it. You wouldn't think, oh, he's not making content anymore. Like you wouldn't think past it. You have to think of like Daniel Zaneri. He doesn't stream as often, but like he's got a big role at Pokemon. He's worked his way up. He's obviously a dad. Not saying that Zarnik isn't, because that was always his strapline, dadged at PvP. But yeah, the thing is, sometimes, like has been alluded to in chat, and like we've said on this episode, sometimes you just need to, understand that, maybe this person, if you appoint this person in this position, then there's going to be some sort of backlash. People are going to want their sort of preferred picks to get it over this person.
And I don't know. It's kind of I think there's ways and means to go about it.
Yeah.
Right? It's okay to be like, oh, kind of a letdown type thing, but for people who are like genuinely like kind of going after him as a character, that's not right.
Oh no, absolutely not. Like, but then
and there's no
that's why
reason
you
to do
always
that.
have to be careful. That's why I always be careful, because I don't want people to take what I'm saying in the wrong way. I never formally met Zionic. I know him as Zionic. I don't like the same way. I used to know you as Mr. Av. You Josh now. I've just always been Thomas to anyone that knows me. Yeah, but like I don't know him as Ryan. I can't be like, oh, you right, Ryan? He's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
But like the thing is, it's never a personal thing. It's always, we want what we feel like is the best viewing experience or the best experience for viewers, because I'll be competing, so it's not like I'll be watching much of the broadcast anyway. So yeah, and everyone at the end of the day is entitled to an opinion. It's just when you go on Twitter, sometimes it does become a bit of a sort of witch hunt and a bit of a cesspool in terms of people just dogpiling on this one person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this person's saying this, fuck it. Cat's out the bag. We think the same thing, which is fine, but like it gets to a point where, especially online and stuff. Yeah, man, and he's a nice guy. I don't know him personally, but I've never really heard anything that bad against him or a bad word about his character or anything like that, or him as a man. He's a dad, for fuck's sake. He can't be like that bad of a bloke, but at the end of the day, people want someone that's proactively involved in the community, whether it's to play Pokemon circuit, Pokemon Go community as a whole, or just grassroots, which, Adelian is all of those things. So in terms of, you saying it's a bias and stuff, I think a lot of people would agree that Adelian, he wouldn't have looked out of place in that lineup and definitely would have been more than deserving of it.
But yeah, I guess for me, looking at it, someone who doesn't really care, it definitely seems like it's just a easy payday for Sonic. Which obviously I'm not saying it is, and I hope it's not. I'm sure he's doing it with like the best intent, but from the outsider looking in, when he's not involved in the scene, he's not competing at tournaments, he's not casting at other tournaments,
and he's not even doing what sort of got him what he was in the first place. He's not streaming, he's not making content. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I do get it.
And then just kind of, oh, by the way, I'm casting the biggest tournament of the year. Kind of a bit like, ooh, like
this is what. Yeah, I know we keep saying we're not going to break the matrix, but like I said, and I think a lot of people would agree with me when I say this. If you don't, like I said before, fair enough. But like, getting your sort of annual gig each year, and for it to be the biggest European tournament, and in this instance, the biggest Pokemon Go tournament outright. It doesn't seem fair on those that have put in the work to get in that position. But like I said, we don't know the exact ins and outs of, the process and who may have been the first pick, who was the backup and stuff. So, like I said, and like you've said, well, good luck to all 5 of them.
Yeah,
in the hosting and the casting. I'm sure it'll be a great show. Respectfully, I won't watch most of it because I'll be there.
I was just gonna say, respectfully, I won't be watching it.
No, I tried not to say what you thought I was gonna. I'm like, yeah, you can, but I won't be.
I won't be there. Yeah, I knew, because I was gonna say the same shit, man. Because I know where I'll be. I'll be watching Pokemon Unite, man.
No, but I can't say that really because I will be in the. I will be in the Excel Center. I'll definitely more than you because you've not got a Specky Pass, but. Yeah, man. No, good luck to him, man. You say, I know it's a hard job. You got so many rules you got to follow, and you got to simplify it and not say certain. Like, I don't think I could ever do it. But yeah, man. Unless they gave like an 18+ version, like trigger warning.
Mate, I can do it. If you heard me start on our podcast, you imagine me doing that on a stream? It's ropes for you, man. I'll never leave my house again. You know what I mean? It's not happening.
Man will retire himself, live in a cave.
Oh no, I would straight up. I would just like take the headset off like midstream, be like, no, I'm done, man. I'm done.
That's jokes, man.
Yeah, it's true though. It's true.
Mate, chat. Imagine if they had me, you, not Joe. I'm sorry, we have to draw a line somewhere. So Joe knows that speaking's not his. I'm sorry, Joe, innit? Yeah, I love you, best. No, I'm sorry, man. Me, you, like, well, we'll say the Gengar life because he'll just get like angry over. You can't get angry over plays, and you can't say something's a bad play. He would, so he'd be great for that. And someone actually knows the game in the lineup as well. Me, you, Tom, And we need a wild card pick. Who would be the wild card pick in the new Ibuzu Mount Rushmore of casting? We'll go with 4, not 5. Me, you, the Gengar Life, and who else?
What as a wild card? Someone that's like just out there.
Someone that doesn't cast. We'll limit it down to that. Otherwise, you could just go with anyone.
Okay, the question is, are we drinking? And it's 18 plus.
Yeah, man. It's a full-on session. It's a full-on session.
Kaito Nolan for episode 1. Run it back live on stream.
Yeah, then that ticks the. Yeah, that ticks boxes. Yeah, see us.
Yeah, man.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, no, just see someone make a catch and she falls out of a chair backwards, right? With a glass of wine in her hand would be class, man. No, Carl, I'm breaking the 4th wall. No, man, we're not. Jay would not be on it. Jay. Listen, I've known Jay a long time, right? So he'll know I mean this when I say that guy's a fucking NPC.
Right,
he's not real.
I'm cooking.
It, right?
You like when I'm cooking Joe and you're calling Jay an NPC.
No, he not. I've told him it before, right? I remember right, last year EUIC. All right, EUIC. He sat at the end of the pool table with his dark fruits, did not fucking move. Right, literally didn't move. No facial expression.
I spoke to him and
no, let me land, bro. Right, no, I've got a picture on my phone, bro. I got the receipts, right? Dude was sat there like waiting for someone to come and accept a quest from him or some shit. And I'm like, Jay, what are you doing, bro? Like, I'm like, Jay, you are not a real human.
You had to unlock Jay on the wall. Fucking, what is it? 800 points and you can get a fucking sawn off Jay on the wall in zombies.
100%. He's an NPC. Man. He's not a real fucking human, right? Just watch his behaviour, man. He's one of these like government pigeons, bro. You know what I mean, right? Like he's not real. He's not a real human.
NPC's a nice personality character, isn't it?
It's just Jay, isn't he? Like, it's just Jay.
Oh, mate, Jay can't.
Literally, it's just Jay. And yeah, Jay, you are catching strays. But hold that. When you stop, like, acting like you're in like Skyrim or some shit like that. Then we can talk about getting you on the lineup.
Skyrim.
You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Yeah, mate, I'm telling you, bro. He's a fucking NPC, dude.
Because it's going to get to a stage where these men are just firing names away in the Twitch live chat. Big up you, man, first of all. And we're just going to fucking smoke all of them. This is not a cooking. Yeah, I was going to say not a cooking, but I said cucking. Yeah. It might be a cucking.
Fucking
crazy. But yeah, EUIC should be fun, right? We're excited by the sound.
Yeah, no, it should be good. It is actually a good time to finish up, to be fair, after that topic. And definitely not because my lunch is ready.
What you got for lunch? Special breakfast, yeah.
No, we've got, we're having fajita rice.
Who's we?
Me and Nicky.
Spend a lot of time with Nicky.
I knew he was going to say that. Fucking knew he was going to say that. You see me tomorrow. Look, you see me for money, bro. You see me for money because I'm spending money in your pub.
Guys, season 2,
when it comes to Wednesday night, right, and you're thinking Thomas tomorrow, do you think, oh, yeah, come and see Thomas? Or do you go,
pod tomorrow. Pod tomorrow, yeah. Oh, recording day. Fuck off. Get out of here. Guys, Ibuzu.
You miss me when I'm not around.
Oh, no. No, it's time to go, mate. I would say someone redeem it, but we nerf the things. Right.
What are you doing? You turned the blurs back on?
What? No, I didn't. One sec. I opened the Pokemon Go category in the other tab to see who we can raid potentially, and then it was just us, and it was us talking again. So I heard an echo, and I kind of like bugged out. I thought I'd done a stupid. But guys,
you can raid out.
Might as well, man.
There's no one live.
I know, that's why everyone's here. Fucking see us, yeah? We know the algo.
Mate, we should raid Raymay.
You're gonna get me to raid some fucking ego like fucking Jay did or whatever.
No, Raymay. No. Raid Raymay. Yeah. I want to get him on as a guest this year. That's the spelling.
Yes, raid him. Yes, playing Pokemon Fire Red. 8 glasses of Pokemon
man,
a day.
Yeah, man. He's my boy. He's my boy, right?
Is he actually your boy, though?
Mate, he's cool as fuck, man. You
talk about Raimi a lot, and I feel
fuck you, bro. Fuck you, man. Right, we need a copy pasta. What's the copy pasta?
We can do that afterwards. We need to round out. Right, guys, Ibuzu, Season 2, episode number 12. This was we'll say it was the EUIC, the pre-EUIC special. And then not this time tomorrow, but tomorrow will be the pre-EUIC social hosted by this man on my left, you're right, maybe. I don't know. I can't do mirrors. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in live on twitch.tv/ThomasYoung1997. You know, if you're listening back on Spotify, YouTube,
We love you
Apple
all.
Music Podcast, we love you all. Guys, drop this copy pasta in Raimi's chat. Is he gonna have a fucking clue what it means? He ain't gonna have a fucking Scooby-Doo what it means.
No, he's not gonna have a clue, right? But help us out, right? All of you help us out, right? Because, right, you know, we're trying to get this guy on as a guest, right? So help us out. Just copy paste it, drop a follow, show some love. Thanks for everyone coming in. We've some great numbers today. We've been watching live. Thomas is drinking a
actual drink. Actual,
yeah,
I booze you on the Booze podcast.
Actual, I booze you.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, guys. Thanks everyone for all the love. Peace, love, guidance. See you all at EUIC.
Fucking love you
Bring
guys.
the bags.
And the slags.
And the flags. Hey, yo.
That's why my missus is coming on. Right. Anyway, we're cutting it off. We're cutting that bit out. Right, guys.